ever hear about the North Pole?
That old fairy tale?
Yeah. It's like this ward. Old white guy founds it. Food and fresh water, everyone gets along. That sounds like the fairy tale to me. It's probably just a couple of old-timers holed up underground. I just hope they got a few supplies for trade. Otherwise, we won't last much longer out here. You think people actually live like this?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know what's in that Fulton's original blend, but I'd never seen nobody that happy before. Not in real life. Locked. Great. We can't turn back now. Ain't got nowhere to go. There's gotta be another way through. It's about time. What took you? Ankle of yours. What happened to these poor bastards? Can't let it go to waste. Use it on that bum ankle of yours. Won't help me none. Hey, come on. Let's get some distance between us and those guys. Ha! Hey, over here. Over here. Oh, this is bad. This is bad with a side of broccoli.
A side of what?
Nothing. Something my ma used to say. Nice shooting. Hey, that don't count, by the way. Hey, over here. Starting to think looking for this ward wasn't such a good idea. The deadwood ain't all gone after all.
Nope.
Ain't no way the war's real. How would a nest like this out here? You know, maybe best we head back. Retrace our steps. We can find another way out. This is not happening. Tell me it's not happening. Today, assholes! Hey, this is 3, by the way. You know, right here makes for 3. Oh, shit! Hey, listen. For what it's worth, you were a good friend. You're a good friend.
It's okay. You're safe. Whoa, whoa, hold up. We're friends. We're here to help.
Can't hold this forever, Bo!
Who are you?
Questions later. We gotta get moving. On 3. 1, 2, 3. That's all I got. You're on your own now.
Hey, we still got each other.
Right. Follow us, you two. That won't be the last of them.
Rude or thick down here.
Must be what I felt back at the ward. Wait. You're from the ward? Shit. Maybe Santa's real too.
Yeah, it's not far from here. But the way down collapsed behind us. We're gonna have to find another way out.
Something's here. Dead would know they've lost, but they won't lay down without a fight.
Hey, you okay?
Not bad shooting, Traveler.
Yeah, I had some practice.
I'll bet. But don't worry. The ward's as safe a place as any. Safer.
So, it's really real. Food, and water, and folks living with some old white guy?
More or less.
Whoa, whoa, let me get you some water.
I'm fine,
Cass,
Ooh, that looks like root rot. I've never seen a case this bad.
I'm fine. I don't know why everyone...
We need to get her to the ward, and quick. Doctor, there's her only chance. We'd better get moving, or we lose the light.
oh dear.
This is Wriggler.
Call me Riggs. I got you, darling. Don't worry, friend. We'll take good care of her. Welcome to Ward 13.
Hey, don't worry. Riggs is right. She'll be fine.
Are you okay?
Just a headache.
Hey, Clementine. Let me get you some water.
I'm fine.
Oh, you're not fine. You need rest.
Bo! He's the ward's mayor. Thinks that puts him in charge of everything and everyone. Listen, I'm gonna check in with Ford, and then I'll get some rest.
okay? I've been through a lot worse, you know.
So, Traveler, your friend will be fine. I'm Bo Ward, and this is Ward 13. He must have come a long way. I mean, the route's dwindling and all, but the road's still a dangerous place. What were you two doing out there? Yeah, well, you'll be safe here for as long as you need, Traveler. I didn't know anybody knew what we were doing out here. Feels kind of nice, actually. Hey, ask around if you need something. Oh, start with Ford. I'm sure he'd like to meet you. Oh, Traveler. How's everything? Hey, I'm just glad we got to you, you know, when we did. You stirred up quite a deadwood nest. Haven't seen that many in one place for a long time. Oh, that was Wally. He gave us a heads up someone was coming. Then Clementine was the one that found you. They got a kind of, a root sense, I guess. And Wally, Wallace, he has a way of seeing things. Always has. Wally's been with the ward since he was just a kid, and his seeing has saved a lot of lives. Oh, the kind I'm damn grateful I don't, to be honest. He sees like the root. Sees what they see sometimes. The past, the future. Whew. All that knowing. It's a lot for someone to carry. You should ask him if you want to know more. Incredible, isn't she? Yeah, no one really understands how she does it, not even her. But the feel in the air after she blasts them like that, it's electric. Like the sun after a storm. She's something special, Traveler. And no small part of how we're as safe as we are. Between me and... Oh, I don't... I guess. I used to guard the old ward some 20 years ago. I helped out here and there, you know, but before Commander Ford passed, she and the Founder, they kinda put me in charge. Well, maybe no one else wanted the job, I don't know, but the ward's the only family I've ever known. Oh, thanks. I don't know, I guess I just take care of myself, eat right, get to sleep early, all that. Yeah, Commander Ford always said a leader can't care for anyone if they don't care for themselves. I'm just trying to live right. I reckon she learned it from the Founder. He's been around for ages. Oh, he ain't my granddaughter, actually. Yeah, the Founder wasn't around as much back in the day, but Commander Ellen was like a mother to me. To all of us from the old ward. It just doesn't seem right. I mean, that she's gone before he is. Yeah, but when our last hope fails, another must take its place. She used to say that, too. I couldn't say. Commander used to talk about him like he was dead and gone before I was born. You'd have to ask him yourself, I guess, but he ain't like the rest of us. He's seen a lot. I usually leave storytelling to Reggie. Or if you want some really wild tales, try Mudtooth. Make yourself at home, Traveler. We're all family here. If you need anything, you know where to find me.
Audrey,
If you're looking for Founder Ford,
been meaning
I
to tell you
usually
something.
see him over... You sounded so much like Brad just now. Sorry. What did you want to say?
I saw a bird this morning. A seagull. For orders.
Looking for Ford? He's up top in that warehouse over there.
It's not up for discussion, Clementine. You're staying, and that's fine.
I don't remember asking for your permission.
Watch your tone, young lady.
Oh, Traveler.
I'm
How's everything?
132 years old, in case you forgot. And I'm
People
not
here are friendly if you give them a chance.
You don't have a political...
If you need anything, you know where to find me.
This town needs you. You can't go wandering off after something that might not even exist.
Oh, that's rich. What have you been doing the last 100 years then, huh? What the hell are you doing right now?
Well, that's different. I'm trying to fix things.
Things that you broke when you tried to play God.
That was Harsgard. I was just following orders. I didn't...
Oh, and that makes it okay? You know how many people died because you just followed orders?
Of course I know. You think I don't remember that every goddamn day? Trying to make things right here.
So am I. You won't let me run toward something. What are you so goddamned afraid of?
Of losing you! Losing them! Losing everything!
I've already lost everything! You took it from me. You, Neville, Harsgard. The whole goddamned project. I don't belong here. I never did. I'm tired of pretending I do.
Look, you put yourself through a lot today. You're tired. Get some rest. Huh? Things will feel better tomorrow.
You know I used to look up to you. The way you seemed strong enough to save the world. Except I've already saved it, haven't I?
We'll talk about this later.
Out of my way.
Whoa, what have we here? Ah, the Traveler, of course. Wallace said yes. Right on time. Sorry you had to see that. But then again, you've been around. I'm sure you know. Families fight. Andrew Ford. Good to make your acquaintance. In the flesh. I'm sure you've got a lot of questions, and I've got a favor to ask. So let's get to it. You first. Not you precisely, as in name, rank, serial number, but I knew someone was coming. Aren't you clever? Skeptic. That's fine. It so happens I knew you'd be coming today. Or I hoped. Our young Wallace told me. Wallace? He's a special kid. A lot like somebody I used to know. She had bad dreams too. Dreams about things that hadn't yet come to pass. If you can find me someone who can explain it better, bring him in. That's a longer story than I can indulge right now. Let's keep it to this. You know how some things you drink can make you drunk? And some things you eat can make you sick or sleepy? Well, other things do this. It's a big world out there. Huh. Not my way. And you want to be careful what you wish for, traveler. Oh, nothing too dangerous. I've got to marshal my resources. And then we'll get into it in earnest. Who, specifically? Compared to who? Bo might be young, but he knows the run of a ward. Learned from the best. He was orphaned, just a kid. Ward 13 sort of adopted him. Ran security when he got old enough. Did a damn good job of it. Only made sense to put him in charge once we started up here. Huh. Want some intel, huh? All right, traveler. Now that you've shot your shot, here's mine. I need an able young scrapper to help an old man out. Talk to Wally. You'll find him out by the docks. After that, gear up, and then meet me at the ward gate. I'll tell you a story.
I'm not talking about this right now. I'm not talking about this right now. We can discuss this later. Not now. Not now. We can discuss this later. Not now. I'm not talking about this right now. We'll talk about this later. Not now. We can discuss this later.
Hey, be careful out there with the Founder, huh? We'd hate to lose a legend. Oh, Traveler. I heard you're helping out the Founder. The Commander thought so. I mean, eventually. The Founder can be eccentric, but you can't argue with his results. Just gear up and be safe, okay? I'm saving you a spot on garden duty when you get back, huh? Those carrots ain't gonna pull themselves. If you need anything, you know where to find me.
Swear to God and my mother. Did Bo send you over here, or did you stumble your way over here yourself? Bingo. I'm McCabe. I like to keep to myself and my work. My work happens to be tinkering and modding weapons. And that's already more information than I like giving out. Capiche? Look, it's not personal. I just don't like being distracted. I get into a zone, you know? Pisses me off when people come by and interrupt my me time. But I'll tell you what. You're clearly not the average stray that shows up here. So I'll make you a deal. You find anything interesting out there, bring it back to me and I'll see if I can use it to mod your weapons. Okay? I am already regretting all of this.
Wallace told me things about my past I didn't want no one knowing. Never spoke to him again after that. If you're feeling braver than me, he's up above the docks, overlooking the ocean. Hey, you're the newcomer, ain't you? Nora Camarillo. I keep folks alive around here. You know, you're lucky they found you when they did. Your friend was pretty bad. I got her just in time. She's great. A real spitfire, that one. I'd hang on to her if I were you. Not yet. She's asleep, and I'd like her to stay that way a spell. That girl's tough, all right. But right now, she needs rest. When she's up and about, I'll make sure you know. What you got? Came here maybe 10 years back. My ma had died and Grandpa didn't feel safe carting me around the countryside by himself. It turned out good. The city's full of scrounge, and Grandpa made a living selling bandages and meds while treating folks for free. I do the same. He even attended the old commander when she passed. What are you trying to say, sunshine? Well, no need for that. You know how a doctor gets good at her craft? Partially, yeah. Also, by getting things right once in a while. You learn a thing by doing it over and over again. For me, that means people who need my help. The more people there are suffering, the better. My grandfather. He'd been treating folk his whole life, nearly as long as the root's been around. I started assisting Grandpa when I was 5. Dressing wounds, making meds, cutting at the table, you name it. Simple stuff at first, but yeah. You're old enough to hold the knife, then you're old enough to use it, he said. But how I helped him most was digging through the old hospitals. Even after a century, there's a hell of a lot to find. All of it useful to someone as clever as Grandpa. Huh, tons. The old humans knew a lot about the human body, it turns out. Stuff even Grandpa didn't know. Did you know they used to be able to replace a man's lungs with someone else's? Or put a dead man's liver in someone whose liver didn't work anymore? To think of all the folks Grandpa and I could have saved if we had that kind of know-how. Oh, there was plenty we could use. So much that Grandpa eventually stopped complaining about my scrounging. Most of the basic meds are long gone, but there's still plenty of specialized tools and ingredients there. Stuff no one knows what to do with but me and my grandfather. What they don't got, what I never found once, is a cure for root rot. That's why so many folks died when the root first showed up. Grandpa had to invent a treatment on his own. A treatment, not a cure. He probably wasn't the only one. I'm sure others came to the same solutions independently. But after Grandpa figured it out, he traveled as far as he could and taught it to everyone he met. I don't know where he started, but I reckon every treatment within 100 miles of here is derived directly from his work. You can thank him that your friend is still alive. All right. What you need? I'll be here if you need fixing.
Audrey, I've been meaning to tell you something.
You sounded so much like Brad just now. Sorry. What did you want to say?
Oh,
If you're looking for Wallace, you won't find him here. He mostly keeps to himself over at the docks.
Nora says she likes climbed to the top of that tower in the city. It's so beautiful.
you know, It's strange how quiet it is here some days. Like, nothing's going on.
Yeah. Kind of boring if you ask me.
So many new faces these days. Things must be getting a mite easier out there. Welcome, traveler. I'm Reginald Malone, but my friends call me Reggie. You can too. Saw you come in with Bo and Clementine there. Oh, you can be sure they'll do everything they can for your friend. Ain't the first to come through here needing help. Longer than I care to think about. At my age, time, well, it compresses in a way. Oh, it's not a bad thing, just different. Keeping our stories alive is how I make sense of things. And I'm always looking for new tales. I'd love to hear yours, traveler. Oh, now that sounds like the start of a damn good story. What brought you out here? My, aren't we mysterious? Well, I won't press you for details. The story ain't no good if it ain't freely given. How about your friend? How'd you meet her? Fair enough, friend. If you ever need a fix to what ails you, or you just want to swap stories, now you know where to find me. Well, all right then. Take care, traveler.
Well, hey, get away from my stew! Oh, it's you. What? No, of course not. Never seen you before in my life. I just figure you're you. You know? And I'm me, and that's where we are. So, what can old Mudtooth do? Questions? I reckon I've got a few answers. Town, you call it. Back in my day, a place like this wouldn't be considered much more than a camp or a bivouac. You might call it. Nah, this ain't no town. Not yet. But it is a fine place to set up kip. I lived by myself for years, see? Had myself what you calls it, a hockapatopter. That thing could fly to the moon and back. It could. Anywho, I was living by myself when my boy Bravis showed up saying we should move on. Told me it wasn't safe for me to be living like I've been living no more. He told me about this place. Got some nice people here. Took some getting used to. Well, Bravis, he's my son. 'Twere his idea to come join this little shanty town. Not a bad idea it was, neither. He's over yonder, at the chute. Quite a bit, stranger. The name's Mudtooth, and ain't nobody been around longer or seen more than I have. Except maybe old Ford, of course, but that old mudder cheats. Anyway, he hardly tells any of his stories. Only 3 reasons why folks come to see me, and that's my stories or my stew. That's so? Huh. Did it tell you? Right. So, let me see here. Folks come see me for my stories and my stew and... Listen, you sure I said there were 3 reasons? 'Cause there's only 2, and that's certain. Huh. Only 2 reasons folks come to see old Mudtooth, and you know both of them. I'm pretty sure your memory's slipping. You bet your apple I can. But these ain't just stories, stranger. They're objective retellings of legitimate occurrences what you wouldn't believe. Now, where to start? Ain't no one on this planet more beautiful or dangerous than the Moth Queen. She rules an old swamp about 100 miles off in, that direction. Folks say, if you climb one of these here towers on a clear night, you can see the swamp lights a-flashing. But them ain't no ordinary swamp lights. And she ain't no ordinary queen. She don't lead her people, who really ain't even people, come to think of it. Anyways, the Moth Queen draws her folk to her like a... well, like a moth, I guess. That's how the saying goes. Anyway, she captures folks with her beauty and her mothy pulchritude. And she never lets them go. She infects their mind so they never want to leave. And she turns them into something else. If you head off that way, keep your wits about you. 'Cause that swamp used to be a city as big as this'n. But no more. No more. Ah, here's a good one. There's an old man what lives at the center of a maze. Or does he live at the gate to the maze? It don't matter. This old man sees everything. And I don't mean like he can see whatever he wants when he wants. I mean, he sees everything all at once. That ain't all. The old man in the maze is a maker. The maze, see, is like a spider web full of doors, stretching its threads every which way. And this Watcher Man sits at the center. And he don't just watch. He makes. Where there ain't a door, he makes one. And then he makes what's on the other side of it, too. Ho, 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 I can see on your face you ain't buying it. But I tell you, this earth of ours is just one door in a dozen hundred. And if in this maze watcher decides he wants someplace to end, all he got to do is snap a thread and poof, no more door, no more world. This is 100% true. So, I gotten separated from the Crazy Eight, my gang, you see. We've been chased by these big old deadwood, taller than a man with 10 times as many pointy bits. Whew, nasty fellers. The others, they holed up in this old scrap building and slammed the door. Left me for dead. There was no way in, but there were these old pipes underground. Sewage, judging by the stink. But I weren't gonna stay out there with deadwood creeping round, so I held my breath and crawled through what must have been half a mile. I come busting out of the pipes and right into the middle of the Crazy Eight. They were holding me a funeral. I stand up, covered in mud and God knows what else, and just smile at them. And that, friend, is where I got the name Mudtooth. Sure can. Let's see. Ho-ho! So this wanderer comes up to visit me at my heliocopter, right? They're decked out with guns, but they walk up and ask for stew and a story. I'm thinking they'll get tired, wander off, and take my story somewhere else like all the rest. But they don't. They listen to all of it. And I think to myself, this mudder actually wants to hear these. Huh. And it reminds me of... Hey, watch it! So, now, And I think to myself, this mother actually wants to hear these. Reminds me of my ma, tell you the truth, the way I'd listen to her, and the way my boy Brabus used to listen to me. Before he turned away, that wanderer reminded me of family. And that's the most important thing, ain't it? So I figure I ain't left long for this world. So I give 'em my wife's old watch in thanks. Ain't too long after that, my boy Brabus comes back in person, first time in years, with a watch chain peeking out his pocket. I knew a good thing when I saw it. I didn't say nothing. Just welcomed the boy back like nothing had changed. Family's the most important thing we got in this world, young'un. Don't forget that.
Pity that there.
Why, sure, but it ain't ready just yet. The lunch rush today was something fierce, I tell you. But I'll have some for you quicker than you can say crazy eight. Well, maybe not that quick. I done already said it, didn't I? Just come back in a while, I'll be sure to save you a bowl. Take care, young'un. Don't be a stranger.
You're looking for Wallace? He's up there. Best view in town.
I don't talk to strangers.
Miss Clementine heard someone needed help and went running. That's just the kind of stuff she does.
Greetings. Forgive me. I am not good with Paxeltech face. Oh, it is new. I thought I had seen it before. So difficult to tell Paxeltech apart without hoof and horn. I am Sa Israk Thadwell. My Paxeltech name is Dwell. I sell wares crafted using refined crystals from my world. They make Paxeltech faster, stronger, more powerful. They help it defeat its enemies. And the prices are quite fair. Of course, Paxeltech. Paxeltech, foreign to the Pan, meaningless. Perhaps on Paxeltech world, but it is at home on Dwell's tongue. Yes, that is always the question. I am Pan, from the world of Yesha, where the Eternal Empress reigns, the Doe and Ravager run free, and the balance breathes life to the jungle. Or so it used to be. Alas, it is not. Long and long have the Immortals oppressed the common Pan, wielding their power as if it were something they had earned or deserved. The Pan have rebelled against this tyranny, and for a time, it looks as if we could win. Then the pestilence came, what Paxeltech call the Root. When I last saw her, Yesha languished under the pestilence. The Ravager prowls, and the Doe is lost. The rebellion continues, but my people ache for relief. Ah, the Paxeltech Fort, the founder. On its last visit to Yesha, it said it was possible. I do not understand the complexities myself, but now I am here. They are crafted using a special crystal found only on Yesha. The Ahane, the priests of the Ban, forbid the crystal's use among commoners. But the Gal are craftier than Ahane know. Long and long have the Gal used the crystals for weapons. Or even crude. Does it hope to steal Dwell's chain of supply? No. Dwell's success does not come from handing out his secrets. Not Paxeltech name, perhaps. But it is my name whilst I live among Paxeltech tongues. Ford came to Yesha many times, aiding the rebels against the tyranny of immortals. His desire to protect was clear even then, as was his craft for violence, which he freely shared. Dwell did not learn Paxeltech Ford's violence, but shared in aiding the rebels with the same wares I offer here. Both aided rebellion, so both shared imprisonment. Oh, yes. Yes. Of course. You must return soon.
Head to the old docks, yeah? You're not much good to me until you've talked to Wally.
I see you, Traveler. You're the one Ford's been waiting for. Though, he doesn't know he's been waiting. He thinks you know. And you don't. Sorry, I shouldn't say. Things get messier when I tell them. I'm Wallace. You have a path to walk. You choose the first step here, but your path can change if you wanted to. You're right, of course. Your path is waiting. Tell Brabus and McCabe I sent you. They have what you need. They're the next step on your journey. Goodbye, traveler.
Well, ain't you a right mutter? Traipsing in here like you own the place. That boy what talks to the root? I don't trust Wally with a hot meal. But I also ain't dumb enough to cross him. I don't reckon he was any more specific. Right. Well, the boy's crazy, but he ain't stupid. I can see your gear is, lacking, to say the least. If he asks, you tell him I gave you this. No charge. Riggs is gonna talk my ear off if I don't send you over to him next, isn't he?
Decent try out of that
Fine.
one.
Go see Riggs, then. Tell him he can do whatever the hell he wants.
friend. Glad to see you're all right. What can I do for you? Rigs, and no worries. There was a time when helping each other survive was all we had left. Around here, we don't forget those days if we can help it. Your friend's gonna be all right, by the way. I've seen weaker pull out of worse. What were you doing out there? You don't mind me asking? Really? What'd you hear exactly? Ah, founder Ford's tales travel far and wide, don't they? Fair warning, you can't believe half of them. But half of impossible is still a sight, eh? I don't suppose he was more particular about why. Right. Well, I've got a pretty focused skill set. I reckon I know what he means. Come to me if you ever need to upgrade your equipment. How goes it, friend? Haha, happy to. You know where to find me.
You're back. Shit. You're serious, aren't you? Alright, so what the hell is this journey? I swear, if that boy weren't so goddamn right all the time, he and I'd be having words. Percussive ones. Fine. Well, the only reason anyone bothers me is because I'm good with a hammer. So, either I can modify your weapons, or we can find a more creative use for it. Tell you what, I heard you picked up something strange on your little jaunt earlier. Maybe I could do something with it. I'm a lot of things, but patient isn't one of them. Better be worth my time, traveler. Yeah. Let's skip the song and dance and get to it. There. That ought to help with whatever journey he saw you on. Just tell Wally to be more specific next time, yeah? So we're done here, right? Or do I need the hammer again? The best news I've heard all day. Okay, we're done.
saw Ford a bit ago. Was headed down to the old ward. I wonder what he's up to now.
Audrey, I've been meaning to tell you something.
You sounded so much like Brad just now. Sorry. What did you want to say?
Geared up and ready. Should we head out? Or, is there something you wanted to do first? Then let's not waste any more time. This way. Still smells like home. Here, take this. Just crank the handle to make it work. This used to be a research facility, cutting edge. We did things down here nobody dreamed of. Not before nor since. Yet, for all our manpower, we didn't know what the stones really were. Until it was too late. The stones? The world stones. Giant red crystals that let us see into other worlds. Even travel to them. So, what? We just hide the stones away and hope the Soviets haven't found their own. No. We had to know everything there was to know about them. It was a matter of national security. Of pride. So, yeah. We opened the door and walked through.
Something was waiting on the other side.
It didn't happen right away. Hell, the inhabitants of the worlds we traveled to couldn't follow us. We thought we were safe. But yeah, the root found a way. After that, well, we all know what happened after that. Locked, huh? Well, this is my house. Come on. I gave Ellen a few things to hang on to, in case of emergency. She must have hidden it around here. Come on, Ellie, where'd you hide it? That red thing. We call it a dragon heart. Don't ask why. Take it with you. You might need it. Come on, let's go. There you are. Hurry up. Hey, take a look at that matchbook you found. I got a hunch. Let's get this door unlocked. Can't stand around all day. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
Is that
the World Stone? Yes. Or part of it, anyway. Every shard's as useful as the whole. We shut it down after Harsgard died. Like I told Ellen at the time, the damn thing's more dangerous than useful. Huh. Of course not. Never mind. Now, let's see if that worked.
Work to do what? Exactly. Holy shit.
So many years. So many journeys. I wonder, did the Andrew Ford who first touched this crystal, did he ever come back? Go back. Tell Bo to bury this place. Not just lock it away, but get some explosives and bury it in a tomb of concrete. More dangerous than useful, traveler. Remember that.
Ford? Ford! Ford! Oh, man. Bo is gonna be pissed.
That bastard did it. He actually woke it up.
Clementine! Hey!
Did he tell you how to use it? Do I even want to?
System failure is imminent. The core has been compromised. The utility is required. Commencing acquisition.
Help!
Clementine!
Don't let go! I'm slipping! Don't let it take me!
Clementine! Shit! Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, no, don't do it. Don't you do it! Oh, this is so stupid.
You're alive. Where's... What happened? Yeah, I'll bet if the World Stone's involved. Maybe, start at the beginning. You were with the Founder in the old ward, right? Where'd he go? I knew the Founder was up to something. I mean, who else wants to visit the old ward, huh? Look, I'm sorry you got involved in this, Traveler. So, then what happened? Wait, what? Clementine? Where is she? Is she okay? Right, sorry. Clementine, she means a lot to all of us. We gotta find her. I'll get everybody together. If she went through the World Stone, she could be anywhere. Yeah, damn straight you could. She could be anywhere, like worlds away. All right, I'll get Brabus and Riggs. I'll tell them to... Oh, what the hell am I doing? I don't know what's out there any more than you do. Oh, I'd be putting the whole town at risk. Clem wouldn't want that. Hell, it's a miracle you came back. Oh, I'm sorry. The town will help you all it can, but I can't ask anyone to go out there. We gotta trust you to find her. Is that all right? Thanks, Traveler. Talk to the folks around town. They should have any supplies you need. You know, Ford used to tell me, old Commander Ford, not the Founder, that a leader and a hero are two different things. The leader's place is always with her people. I thought she was just taking a dig at her grandfather for leaving all the time, but I think I'm starting to understand her better now. Yeah, she's doing great. Can't keep her down, really. As soon as she heard you disappeared with the Founder, she was on her feet. Nothing the doc said would stop her. I don't know what she was doing all that time. Looking for you, maybe, or just keeping herself busy. Anyway, all that anxiety of hers turned out to be pretty helpful. She even set up shop over toward the entrance gate. You should go see her. She don't show it, but she's worried sick about you. Keeps talking about leaving, but never does. Yeah, so... After you and the Founder went missing, Riggs and I went looking for you. Found the stone floating and glowing like the old days. I had a hunch what happened. Not my first experience with this thing, you know? I wanted it out here this time, so we could help anyone who came through right away. Turns out that was the right choice. Who knows how long it would have taken you to get out of that old ward. Right. So, long time ago, when the Root were still everywhere, I helped the Wanderer get to the oldest ward somewhere out past the... tell the truth, I don't even know where it is. Now, that's the thing about the World Stone. They don't give you any idea where you are or how you got there. Yeah, that's what they call them. Yeah, I didn't come up with it. Yeah, the Wanderer did all the real stuff. Entered the ward, fought the Root, found Clementine. Anyway, yeah, I know better than most. Anything can come out of one of these things. I mean, I knew she was gone. I just didn't know she was that gone. Clem takes off from time to time, you know? It's just her way. She'll disappear for hours, sometimes days at a time. Well, I never liked it, but she can take care of herself, yeah? And it's not like I could stop her anyway. And she always came back, saying she just needed to be alone for a while, and I can respect that. I just wish she'd talk to someone, you know? I mean, I knew she was gone. I just didn't know she was that gone. Clem takes off from time to time, you know? It's just her way. She'll disappear for hours, sometimes days at a time. Well, I never liked it, but she can take care of herself, yeah? And it's not like I could stop her anyway. And she always came back, saying she just needed to be alone for a while, and I can respect that. I just wish she'd talk to someone, you know? Yeah, well, the Founder's his own thing, ain't he? It's not the first time he's disappeared on us. Not even the 5th time. Commander Ford, the Founder's granddaughter, used to say relying on the Founder was like running across rubble. Now, you could do it for a while, but sooner or later, it'll let you down. Now, I don't know if I'd go that far, but Founder Ford, he was always more of like, well, more of an idea to us than a leader. Hell, when I was a kid, everyone thought he'd been dead for years. But that's the thing about the Founder, hey, let me know as soon as you find Clem, okay?
How's the ward treating you? I could treat you worse if you like. Well, spit it out then. Good. Got tired of answering questions. Remember, the choices you make out there can come back to haunt you.
Mr. Ferguson this time.
Have you seen Miss Clementine? I can't find her.
God damn, it is you! The rumors had me thinking I might not ever see you again. Oh yeah? Nice. Well, don't forget you still owe me. I'll give you one for getting me to the dock here, but you're still 2 in debt. So where have you been? They said you ran off with that old Ford fella and disappeared. A while ago, I'd have punched you in the gut for a joke like that. But I've heard some weird shit since then. I think even some of that old Kumatu's tales might be true. Feels like anything can be true here. They even healed my root rot. I tell you what, I might just start believing in fairy tales. Even Santa Claus and Fulton's Blend. Yeah, I don't know what's in that stuff Doc Nora gave me, but I ain't felt this good for years. Hell, maybe it was Fulton's Blend. The old ruins around here. Turns out there's still all kinds of useful crap if you know what you're looking for. And I do. I was just doing what I do to survive, you know. Maybe get some things together for when we moved on, but then you didn't come back. And Bo said folks around here could use this stuff, so I set up shop. So hey, if you ever need anything out there in the worlds or whatever, you just let me know. I got all kinds of stuff for trade. Sure. What you got? You know me. I don't settle so much as stop moving on for a while. Though, I like any place with a warm bed and decent food. But now that I think about it, there's something different about this place. I mean, besides weird shit like floating crystals and girls that shoot light out of their hands. The people here are... they're good. They help each other. I think most of them like each other. I ain't seen that in a long time. Maybe ever. I don't know if you've met them all yet, but do, eh? They're good folk. And I can tell you who does what if you want. I've been around here long enough for that, at least. Have you met Dwell yet? That's the one. Though, I don't know that he'd appreciate being called a guy. He calls himself a pan from some place called Yesha. I tell you what, I don't understand half of what he's talking about. But the crystals he sells are like nothing I've ever seen. Might be just what you're looking for. I don't know. Why? You ready to move on or something? That's so. I admit, I'm starting to take a shine to it. This is the first place in a long while that's felt anything like home. I mean, you know me. Comfort makes me skittish, but I don't know. It feels like it'd be hard to get too comfortable in a place with glowing portals and talking goats. Anyway, I just want to stick around and see what happens next. You'll want to talk to Reggie. He's got all kinds of cures and tonics. A fix to what ails you, he says. And while you're over there, see if you can figure out what's going on with that old mudtooth. He's got some crazy stories, but I can't tell if any of them are true. His stews are pretty good, too. Okay. Need anything? Come back if you need anything.
Scrape the bottom with your stern. Else the whole thing will taste like ash.
Hey, I don't suppose you've seen Clementine out there. The talk about her's all skittish. I think Beau's gonna birth kittens and puppies at once. Sure, sure. What do you need? Your debt's still at 2 now. Remember that.
Wait, you're saying I need more salt?
I'm saying you need literally any flavor. Get it where you can.
That Riggs and Ava will keep you safe out there, if you trust them. You know, it's strange how quiet it is here some days. Like, nothing's going on.
Yeah.
He was right.
Kind of boring if you ask me.
I'd like a little more sometimes.
Well, we can just sneak up
You met Dale? Dan owes me a rabbit. Or better yet, a rat.